Oh, hello, comrades. Yes, it is time to speak in your favorite heavy Russian accent manner. After all, this is a Russian YouTube channel, and you came here for this exact way of speaking. So let's deliver, shall we? However, nobody says shall at this point, right? It's an obsolete way of speaking. Oh, I forgot my capitalist invention, a bubblegum. Let me pull this out first, and then we begin. Just one piece, not two pieces like they say in advertisement. Yes, I do not like to follow the advertised way of doing things, because what they do, they just make you use more product, and then sadly, but not so sad for the manufacturer or distributor, you use more product and you want to buy more because you already used it all. However, no, this is not what I was going to talk about. I always get sidetracked. I have this tremendous, exciting list of words which you probably know. So when I'm gonna say these words, you will most likely have a amazing burst of dopamine in your brain. Because when you hear something familiar and you realize that, yes, I know that, and it just bangs in your brain. Instant gratification. Yes, just like capitalism, instant gratification after you make a purchase. Yes, you obtained that certain kind of good and it makes you happy just for that split second, and then you just find your bank account has less money than it used to have, and you're stuck with some item. Oh, you still can return it, but yeah, it just kills all the pleasure. However, let's start with our list. Rated is Q. I don't know what I'm talking about this at this point. Okay, word number 1. Yes, I have this big of a list on a piece of paper, and I probably want to make sure that there are 20 of them first before speaking about the first word. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I do not know how to say 16. Oh, I know. 17, 18, 19. Never mind. Whatever is said on the box, it doesn't mean that the exact quantity of items is going to be actually in that box. So let's stick with what we have. Capitalism, when the client wants everything and has all the rights to want and be delivered everything. Oh, it's not so true in Mother Russia, so, you know. However, okay. The first word you probably know is as such. Kalashnikov. 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 Yes, I have started this list with the famous, infamous weapon. Because, well, you do not say Kalashnikov, you say Kalashnikov, always stressing the wrong syllable. So, Kalashnikov. It's the second syllable you stress here. Let's move on to something less deadly. However, everything can be a weapon, right? Matryoshka, 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 Трёшка, трёшка, Matryoshka, трёшка, трёшка, Matryoshka, 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 Matryoshka. Well, you probably know that there is this doll. You kinda take it apart. I would show you if I had one, but it's so famous, come on. Like, if you don't know about this, you're probably just too young to know about anything. Yes, so you twist it, and there is another doll in this bigger doll, so it's like basically you end up with two cups, and you twist another, and you just like fractals, smaller, 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 until you come up with the last one. And it could be this big, literally, like maybe centimeter. No clue how many inches is that. Maybe even smaller, depend on the quality. Yes, it's a choking hazard. So yes, you end up with the tiniest little Matryoshka. And that's it. This is how you play. End up with something little, starting with something bigger. Yes, life. Let's move on with something even more famous than this one. Vodka, 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 vodka. Vodka, 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 V-O-D-K-A, vodka, vodka, vodka. Yes, it is exactly what you've been thinking about. This is the famous drink, and also sanitizing agent, but only for lightly sanitation. Yes, so you might have noticed the difference. In those American countries, American-speaking countries, you just say vodka, vodka. You do not say vodka, vodka. So you kinda open your mouth a lot, vodka, like you normally would in English language. In this case, to say it proper way, you should say vodka. So it is more of a O instead of vodka. How you pervert the name of this famous drink. Disapprove, disapprove. So, let's move on to some contemporary problems we have to deal with. You have probably heard that name as well. And it only means a satellite. That's it. But now it's not only satellites, it's also certain kind of medication, which is not considered valid in developed world, but whatever. Sputnik. Oh, let's move on to really hard stuff. Perestroika. 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 Ka-ka-ka. Perestroika. 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 And that would be the period in late Soviet Union, right before its fall, when president, the last and the first Soviet president, decided to bring some democracy in communism. Yes, but that kinda helped to make Soviet Union fall apart. So yes, hard times. Late 80s, 85, 88, and that ended well or not well, depends on your own attitude to the fall of the Soviet Union. Some may still be nostalgic. Do not recommend. Let's move on to why you shouldn't probably be happy thinking about Soviets. Gulag. 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 Not gulag, but gulag. 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 And that would be a sad part of Russian history. Americans say this word is gulag. However, the proper pronunciation is gulag. 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 If you are in trouble choosing the right syllable to put an emphasis on, you put it somewhere further down the word, like second syllable, third syllable, somewhere in the middle or in the back. This is my advice. So, gulag. I will not go in depths describing this. No, too sad. We're here to relax, remember. And speaking of relaxation, borscht. 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 Yes, that word has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 letters. However, in Russian it's only 4 letters. Like, what do you need those 3 letters to? Like, I probably even missed some. Probably it's 8. It just doesn't make sense to me adding this sh Борщ. So many letters. So it's B or sh. Борщ. Борщ, борщ, борщ. Борщ, борщ. Okay, let's move on to something not very famous. But it has been made famous by certain Russian opposition people. So, dacha, 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 на дачу. So it is something only probably Russians would know, because Americans, they would have a cabin on the lake, let's say, and the Russians, they would have, well, the somewhat wealthy ones, they would have a summer house somewhere in the woods or by the river. And so yes, this is little house you go to during summertime, because you do not live there the whole year. It's probably not livable, so mostly in summertime it's like your little vacation place. However, certain Russian politicians back in the days, and even in the royal history, they would have their summer palaces. And yes, the whole palace they had to themselves. Yes, because they could, right? So it would still be called dacha. Dacha. But used for vacation, leisure, playing casino, maybe inviting some women. Who knows what those higher ranked politicians used to do or still do. Yeah, I know. Let's move on. На здоровье. 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 Yes. This little phrase, it's a phrase actually, means for the health. You would not say на здоровье when you want to chin-chin. Chin-chin. Geez, I do not have a glass. Russian and does not have a glass on me. Anyways, you would not say на здоровье. You would say за здоровье. So let's drink for the health. За здоровье. That would be way more beneficial. Anyways, this is the right way. And again, it's not often pronounced while like drinking with someone at the party. It's just as it is, I guess. За здоровье. That would basically mean that if you give someone for free, they say thanks dude or something like that, and you would say на здоровье, meaning oh come on, not a big deal, nothing, like yeah sure, you're welcome, something like that. Yeah, the closest would be you're welcome. Let's move on. Halyava. 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 Halyava приди. Halyava приди. Halyava, halyava, halyava. 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 Halyava, halyava, halyava. 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 that would mean something that happens for free, but it's not like volunteering or something you found on the road, something which was supposed to be paid for or, purchased. It's the same, I guess, but it came to you for free, and this is why it's Halyava. Also, that would mean getting your exams done, pass your exams with zero effort. Yes, some of the students there are so smart, they do not have to, get ready for their examinations. They just go in the office and they just have their mark put in their little book where all the marks are. So yes, it's not taking exams, it's just receiving a highest grade. Basically, you deserve it or not, doesn't matter. In most cases, you do not deserve it, so this is why it's Halyava, free. Moving on. The next word is highly misinterpreted, and the word is Babushka. 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 You Americans say this word as Babushka, meaning that it is a certain piece of fabric some ladies put on their head and tie it up over here like this. Babushka. However, it's just a grandmother. Babushka. Funny coincidence. Grandmothers would wear that little headpiece this certain way. So those terms, they kinda intersect this way. Move on. Cossack. It's not Cossack, it's Kazakh. 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 Cossack. This is the person who rides a horse and has some weapons like a big sable, you call it, I guess, like a sword, but thick, not like machete, but a little bit thinner. And also they have nagaika, which is like a piece of rope, like it's very heavy, and if you get, if Cossack beats you with his nagaika, that hurts. Cossack. Yeah, those mounted warriors of, I guess it's southern west, like west, south, something over there, in those regions like Crimea. Yes, infamous Crimea. Ice cream. Okay. Samovar. Not very tingly. Samovar. 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 It's a really big kettle. It kinda, yes, it used for brewing some tea, like inside it. And you would put a doll of a lady on top of it to retain some heat. Yes, this is what you do, kind of deal. Yeah, samovar. But this is very old way of drinking your tea, basically. I doubt that someone actually uses that. Yes, my family. Yes, we do. We still do have it. Yeah, that's somewhere back home. Yes, maybe worth to be put in a museum, but there are lots of them. Those samovars. Let's move on to Tsar. 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 Tsar, tsar, tsar. 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 Tsar, 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 tsar. Tsar, 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 tsar. Tsar, 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 tsar. Tsar. That's basically Tsar, which is an emperor or a king, but not quite. However, yes, basically the same. No more. Russian is not an empire. And some people still think they can be emperors, but that time has passed. For good or for bad, it's no longer an empire. We're not emperors. Okay. Next word is товарищ. Товарищ. Товарищ, товарищ, товарищ. 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 Товарищ, товарищ, товарищ. 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 Товарищ, товарищ, товарищ. Товарищ, товарищ, товарищ. Товарищ, товарищ, товарищ. 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 That's simply a comrade. Товарищ. And it's a universal word. Pretty much as citizen doesn't have a female version of it. Just товарищ. Oh, I guess we have no nice words left to talk about. There is one, but only people who have kids probably know about this, or if you live in Japan. This is Cheburashka. 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 That's pretty famous Russian cartoon with this little creature. It's not a bear, it's not a rat, like that raccoon from that Marvel movie. Everybody call him like a rat or whatever other creatures. Weasel. Yes, so this one is cute. It has really, really big ears and speaks funny. Cheburashka. However, it has another meaning to it. Cheburashka would mean a glass bottle of some soda or some beer. Cheburashka. It's like half a liter, maybe a pint or a pint. I don't know how to say it. I don't care about imperialist measurements. Anyways, half a liter bottle, a glass bottle. And that bottle would be like not just a clear glass. It would be green or brown glass of soda, like a lemonade, something nice and tasty. Cheburashka, Cheburashka, Cheburashka. this would be it for today. Good night.